Hey guys, welcome to the next episode. Now we've got a really special one for you guys because we have a very special series for you guys. We are actually about to head to the Maldives tomorrow morning. We're about to jump on the New York flight, overnight in New York, jump on to Doha and then to Maldives. So we've got 4 countries to go through in the next 3 days, but we're really excited because we have this series coming up where we're going to be on the liveaboard, me and Holly on the MV Emperor Explorer, with family dive adventures, kids sea camp. Margo is taking us out for a nice trip as a thank you, and we're going to be going out exploring, diving, exploring the Maldives. Never dived there before, so excited, and we're going to be filming it on the GoPro Hero 10 as well. Not used it yet, so I'm actually excited to see how this performs, how it's going to do in the Maldives. Hopefully it doesn't let me down, but I'm so excited for this. Just finishing up packing. Actually, just finishing up the edit of one of the videos you guys will see in the coming weeks, which is the night diving one, which you guys, when this comes out, you'd have already seen that night dive on the Hermes. But hope you guys are going to enjoy this, and let's start the travel montage.
We're on our way to Doha.
Doha, and then Maldives. Let's go.
Hey guys, Holly here. We're in stealth mode so that people can't hear us, but we have a mask on so you can't even tell I'm talking to myself. See out there? That's the New York airport. The next shot you'll see is the Doha airport. Okay, bye. Where do I look in this? This the camera?
Yeah.
Throughout the flight by all, including our customers that have been vaccinated against COVID-19, and may only be removed when you're eating or drinking.
Yeah, it says on the site.
I think that is it. You can read it now. You have to cut all that out. Cut there.
It looks a cool board, doesn't it?
That looks like the ferry I thought. That's what I used to get to school on.
Right side, we will let you know which way is the current, reef left shoulder or reef right. So you will see that the main reef is locked down from 1 meters to 4, and then drops to about 25 meters where it starts the sandy slope into deep water. So we see how the current. The idea of this dive is the first thing you will do.
I'm okay, tonight. How's your hair?
I have a question. No, I looked at your computer.
Yeah. Oh, you're too short. After 3 days of travelling from Bermuda to finally get to the Maldives, going through 4 different countries, it was amazing to finally drop down on our first dive in the Maldives. Now this was just a check dive to make sure that we were pretty much comfortable, to find the ability of the divers on the boat, because we had around about 26 divers on the boat with us, so they wanted to make sure that everyone was pretty much safe, comfortable, make sure they know how to put an SMB up, make sure they know how to, pretty much dive with currents. These were basic currents the first dive, but it was awesome. Even this was an easy, very chilled, relaxed resort dive. We were just amazed on the wall how much marine life there was. And this has to be one of the coolest triggerfish I have ever seen. A clown triggerfish. Just funny looking, but it was really cool to see. And you can just see Holly is in awe of all the triggerfish that are swimming around us. Before we know it, we get our first shark as well, a blacktip cruising bass. But there's a bit of a funny conversation coming up between me and Holly. Let's see if you guys can hear us speaking through our rigs and tell us below what you think we're saying. Now, did you manage to work out what me and Holly were saying to each other underwater? Pretty surprising you can hear us and understand what we're saying, as we finally come across Nemo. As Holly said, she found Nemo. These are Maldivian anemonefish, and what was also really cool to see was those small lionfish. I mean, they must have been about 4 or 5 inches. I know when we see them in Bermuda, we hunt them, but in the Indian Pacific Ocean, they're native and they're stunning to see in their natural environment. As I felt something biting the inside of my leg, and I turned down, looked down, put my fin down, and I had 2 cleaning wrasse just nibbling away on me, just mind their own business. But I got a bit of a fright at first when I felt something biting the inside of my hamstring. But we come across this another really cool clown triggerfish. They're so cool looking, really fun looking, and what amazed me was just the amount of triggerfish that was on the reef. Everywhere you looked, on a lot of dives, they were just everywhere. They were kind of this greeny black colour. They were pretty cool to see, and also to see a Moorish Idol as well was awesome to see. Now on this dive, I am now guiding at this point because our guide Maria had to go up with Michelle because our Octo free flowed, and she went to me, "Can you guide?" So my very first dive in Maldives, we had the guide for about 7 minutes, and then I was guiding for the rest of the dive, the group of us. But it was easy. She told me, run with the reef on your right shoulder and just run with the current, and just stick your SMB up once someone hits 50 bar or an hour dive. So I was pretty chilled, happy to guide the rest of the dive in because I do it every day in Bermuda. Quite funny, first dive in Maldives and I'm guiding already. But I didn't mind because I wasn't ready to come up. As we come across some oriental sweet lips. They were so cool to see and they were everywhere in the reef. As we start coming up towards another group from our boat, which with Margo and Raman, and of course Raman has found an octopus. He was signaling to me he's found it. I didn't see it first because look how camouflaged he is against the coral. He's made himself look like the coral and he kept changing colours, which was awesome to see. And then I turned around and looked around and saw another octopus out during the day hunting, which to be honest, I never see that often. You know, octopus are normally nocturnal creatures, so you don't really see them out during the day. They're normally in their dens. But what was really cool was to see this octopus out hunting during the day, and even watch the way his head slowly changes colour to the coral when he's hunting as well. That was really awesome to see, and I was in awe that he was out hunting during the day. And this became a very common theme in the Maldives for us, is that we were seeing octopus pretty much every dive out hunting during the day. I wonder why that's the reason. Maybe they act differently in the Maldives or act differently in this part of the world, because in the Caribbean they are constantly hunting at night, but in the day they're hidden. But that was awesome to see, and as you can see, Margo is a happy camper, smiling away, loving octopus. But I really hope you guys enjoyed coming and diving with us in our first dives in the Maldives. We have so much coming up in the next couple of weeks for you guys, so don't forget to subscribe and don't miss the next video.